Well, as things start to warm up around here, you may notice a little spring in your step, and possibly you may be even looking forward to cleaning. This morning, Dr. Mom, Stephanie Liu, joins us to talk about some of the science behind season boosting your mood and ultimately your health. So are people actually happier in the springtime?
Well, we know with spring, we're getting longer days, warmer weather, more sunlight. And we know that when warmer weather happens, people are more likely to go outdoors. They're more likely to engage in physical activity and socialize. And we know physical activity, socializing is good for our mental health. And yes, there are studies that suggest that even just being in a green space, getting exposure to sunlight, physical activity, each of those will help boost and improve your mood.
Interesting. Well, I know there are probably more than a few people at home looking forward to the weekend when things are really going to warm up and looking forward to spring cleaning. Is it true that spring cleaning can even boost your mood?
Yes, so decluttering, organizing has been shown in clinical studies to help give a sense of achievement, can reduce stress, can also help improve focus. And there's additional studies that say that your physical space, an organized physical space, can also help positively influence your mood. But it's important to note that when you're doing spring cleaning, it can be overwhelming at times if you're doing a massive space. So it's typically recommended to start first with a small space, finish that, and then tackle the next project.
Yeah, you don't want it to all kind of pile on top of you because that can be a little stressful. Now, you talked earlier about getting outside, the green space.
Yeah.
Can you explain what forest bathing is and how it can help people?
Yeah, so forest bathing is something that's commonly done in Japan. In Japanese, it's known as shirin-yoku. And forest bathing is the act of taking in the forest with our senses. So using our sense of sight, our sense of smell, our sense of touch to really connect with the forest and nature. And there's interestingly some studies that show that forest bathing can help reduce your blood pressure, help reduce stress hormones, can improve your sleep, and also help boost your mood.
Very interesting. And it's not exercising necessarily, it's just being in the space.
Exactly. So forest bathing isn't like going for an aggressive run or jogging or hiking. It's just being in that moment and connecting with nature.
Okay, well, plenty of opportunities coming up to get outside. Now, are there any negatives that come with the season?
Yes, so many of us have experienced with daylight savings, with the time changing, our sleep can get affected. And so with daylight savings, we get more light in the evening, which is nice, and our clocks spring forward. But what can happen is it can cause sleep issues. So that is because our internal sleep-wake cycle can get thrown off with that clock change. And we also know with springtime comes seasonal allergies. And a lot of us know the stuffy nose, the sneezing associated during the day. But at nighttime, that can cause nasal congestion and make it more difficult to breathe at night and can increase our risk of sleep apnea and also restless sleep.
Okay, do you have any advice for people who are trying to get a good night's sleep?
Yes, so in general, making sure that you get some exercise earlier in the day, exposure to sunlight, making sure that you have a set wake-up time, and also doing relaxing activities before bedtime.
Okay, all good advice. Dr. Mom, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Spring is in the air, everybody. It's going to feel very nice coming up this weekend.